Howard Earl Gardner is an American developmental psychologist and the John H. and Elizabeth A. Hobbs Research Professor of Cognition and Education at the Harvard Graduate School of Education at Harvard University. Howard Gardner was born on July 11, 1943. Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Many of us are familiar with three broad categories in which people learn: visual learning, auditory learning, and kinesthetic learning. Beyond these three categories, many theories of and approaches toward human learning potential have been established. Among them is the theory of multiple intelligences developed by Howard Gardner, John H. and Elizabeth A. Hobbs Research Professor of Cognition and Education at the Harvard Graduate School of Education at Harvard University. Gardner's early work in psychology and later in human cognition and human potential led to his development of the initial six intelligences. Today, there are nine intelligences and possibility of others may eventually expand the list. Howard Gardner rejects the idea that a single IQ score is a meaningful measure of human intelligence. Gardner argues that there are at least 8 distinct intellectual abilities. Gardner employed a set of indicators before a certain ability be qualified as an intelligence, which he called the 8 criteria for identifying an intelligence. Gardner and Moran, 2006. Number 1 criteria for identifying an intelligence is isolation as a brain function. Certain brain areas are identified in cases of brain injury and degenerative disease. 2. Identifying actual psychological locations for specific brain functions. A true intelligence will have its functions identified in specific location in the human brain. Number 2 is prodigious, savants and exceptional individuals. Human record of genius such as Mozart being able to perform at the piano at the age of 4, and other people displaying unique, whether it may be in music, mathematics, or languages. The evidence of specific human abilities which can demonstrate themselves to high degrees in unique cases is a criterion for identification of an intelligence. Highly developed examples of a true intelligence are recorded in rare occurrences. Number 3 is set of core operations. There is an identifiable set of procedures and practices which are unique to each true intelligence. For example, is understanding language. There are letters and words. In music, there are musical notes and logico-mathematical numbers. Number 4 is developmental history with an expert and performance. As experts continue to study the developmental stages of human growth and learning, a clear pattern of developmental history is being documented of the human mind. A true intelligence has an identifiable set of stages of growth with a mastery level, which exists as an end state in human development. We can see examples of people who have reached in a mastery level for each intelligence. Number 5 is evolutionary history. As cultural anthropologists continue to study the history of human evolution, there is adequate evidence that our species has developed intelligence over time through human experience. Number 6 is supported psychological task. Clinical psychologists can identify sets of tasks for different domains of human behavior. A true intelligence can be identified by specific tasks which can be carried out, observed, and measured. 7. Supported psychometric task. The use of psychometric instruments to measure intelligence, such as IQ tests, have traditionally been used to measure only specific types of ability. However, these tests can be designed and used to identify and quantify true unique intelligence. The multiple intelligence theory does not reject psychometric testing specific scientific study. Number 8 is encoded into a symbol system. Humans have developed many kinds of symbol systems over time for varied disciplines. A true intelligence has its own sets of image it uses which are unique to itself and are important in completing its identified set of tasks. From the 8 criteria, the 8 multiple intelligence were developed. Gardner's multiple intelligences. Number 1 is verbal linguistic intelligence. Well developed verbal skills and sensitivity to the sound, meanings, and rhythms of words. People who are strong in linguistic verbal intelligence are able to use words well, both when writing and speaking. These individuals are typically very good at writing stories, memorizing of information, and reading. The strengths of verbal linguistic intelligence is words, language, and writing. Number 2 is logical mathematical intelligence. Has ability to think conceptually and abstractly, and capacity to discern logical and numerical patterns. People who are strong in logical mathematical intelligence are good in reasoning, recognizing patterns, and logically analyzing problems. These individuals tend to think conceptually about numbers, relationships, and patterns. The strengths of logical mathematical intelligence is analyzing problems and mathematical operations. Number 3 is spatial visual intelligence. It is capacity to think in images and pictures, to visualize accurately and abstractly. People who are strong in visual spatial intelligence are good at visualizing things. These individuals are often good with direction as well as maps, charts, videos, and pictures. The strengths of spatial visual intelligence is visual and spatial judgment. Number 4 is bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Has ability to control one's body movements and to handle objects skillfully. Those who have high bodily kinesthetic intelligence are said to be good at body movement, performing actions, and physical control. People who are strong in this area tend to have excellent hand-eye coordination and dexterity. The strengths of bodily kinesthetic intelligence is physical movement, motor control. 5 is musical intelligences. It has ability to produce and appreciate rhythm, pitch, and timbre. People who have strong musical intelligence are good at thinking in patterns, rhythms, and sounds. They have a strong appreciation for music and are often good at musical composition and performance. The strengths of musical intelligences is rhythm and music. Number 6 and interpersonal intelligence. It has capacity to detect and respond appropriately to the moods, motivations, and desires of others. Those who have strong interpersonal intelligence are good at understanding and interacting with other people. These individuals are skilled at assessing the emotion, motivations, desires, and intentions of those around them. The strengths of interpersonal intelligence is understanding and relating to other people. Number 7 is intrapersonal. It has capacity to be self-aware and in tune with inner feelings, values, beliefs, and thinking processes. Individuals who are strong in intrapersonal intelligence are good at being aware of their own emotional states, feelings, and motivations. They tend to enjoy self-reflection and analysis, including daydreaming, exploring relationships with others, and assessing their personal strength. The strengths of intrapersonals is introspections and self-reflection. Number 8 is naturalist intelligence. It has ability to recognize and categorize plants, animals, and other objects. In nature, naturalistic is the most recent addition to Gardner's theory and has been met with more resistance than his original seven intelligences. According to Gardner, individuals who are high on this type of intelligence are more in tune with nature and are often interested in nurturing, exploring, and environment, the learning about other species. These individuals are said to be highly aware of even subtle changes to their environments, and the strength of naturalistic intelligence is finding patterns and relationship to the nature. The last is existential intelligence. It has sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence such as what is the meaning of life? Why do we die? How did we get here? Tapping into multiple intelligences. Existential intelligence is the ninth type of intelligence suggested as an addition to Gardner's original theory. He described existential intelligence as an ability to deliver into deeper questions about life and existence. People with this type of intelligence contemplate the big questions about topics such as meaning of life and how actions can serve larger goals. And the strength of existential intelligence is an ability to see the big picture.